I've never done this before. But that is the reason why I wore this top, so that you guys are able to see the scar. Brace yourself, guys. Hey lovelies, welcome to another video on ExclusivelyChanté. So this week's video will be a little bit more calm, as I'll be doing a little storytelling while I do some unboxing of some packages that I received, and also well, the story will tell a little bit more about me, right? Alright, so they say big things comes in small packages, so we'll do the small package second while I unbox this big one first. Alright, so it's a headphone with the iPhone connection, because I don't have it. My dad did not give that to me when he gave the phone to me, so I decided to buy one for myself. But as for the story that I'll be telling, it's a story that I wasn't so comfortable sharing before. It's a little emotional, but I can promise you won't be seeing me crying, right? Because I am now obviously more comfortable sharing the story, right? So at about age 3, I was brought to the country. In Jamaica we say country, but it's really the parish of St. Elizabeth. And my aunt realized that I had a really bad fever, right? And I wasn't eating at that time, and still now I love cheese. Helicopter, and we're back. Sorry about that. So at that time, and still now, I really love cheese. Really love cheese. And orange juice. I love orange juice right now. Like, I can taste orange juice while saying I love orange juice. Anyways, so I love cheese and I love orange juice. And they were offering that to me and I wouldn't take it. This was at about age 2. Going on 3 or age. This is the story that they tell me because I was so small, but everybody's story sounds the same, so I believe it. So I wasn't eating anything, I wasn't taking anything, and anything that I did eat and drink, I would throw it up, right? So they came to the decision that I really needed to see the doctor. So my mom took me to a regular doctor, and the doctor did the test, regular test, ears, nose, throat, everything. So he came to the conclusion that I had a simple sore throat and prescribed some medicine. And long story short, in Jamaica we say long story short, the medicine did not work. So my aunt decided to take me to her private doctor, right? To get a second opinion on what exactly was wrong with Chanté. And that doctor did his exam, and he found a lump in the tummy area, general tummy area. So he then gave them a referral to carry me to the children's hospital. first thing. Anyways, cannot save my life. First thing is, like I said, so I finally got it so I can finally listen to my music the way I want to, on the highest volume. Came with a cute little card. Anyways, back to the story. So, got the referral, went to the hospital, and they came to the conclusion that I had a cancerous tumor on my kidney at the age of 2, and that is called neoblastoma, nephroblastoma. Which one is it, Gary?
Nephroblastoma.
Nephroblastoma. He's the one that remembers it. I cannot remember the name of it for the life of me, but he is in the medical field, so yeah. So nephroblastoma, you'll see that word right there, nephroblastoma, right there. So it is a cancerous tumor. I think it was, if I'm remembering my facts correctly, it was named after a Max Wilms. So it is called the Wilms disease. Big scientific word, nephroblastoma. It is common it's common in children, not so common in adults. It mostly happens to just little children, and he was the first person to discover it. He was a German doctor, German surgeon, Max Wilms. Alright, so he discovered it. Headphone, really excited. So yes, so they discovered that it was a nephroblastoma, and then I had to do a major surgery, right? Because hey, it's cancerous, it can affect the other kidney. It can spread from one kidney to the next. So I had to do a huge surgery at the age of 3 to get rid of one of my kidneys. So I did my first major surgery at the age of 2 going on 3 or 3, and I can, this is the part that gets me mushy. I can remember being in the hospital. Now this is after the surgery, because you know that I have to stay in the hospital while your parents go home or your family go home. And I remember this vividly. I can remember being in the hospital with other children, because it would be the ward with babies, I guess, because it was just me and some other babies, and like you'd hear children crying in the night, saying that they want their mommy or they want their daddy, or you know, they just want family there, and it's just sad because you can feel so alone. Even as a child, I felt alone. I cried many nights. I remember crying many nights, because my family would leave after visiting hours, and it would just be you, because the nurse, like in all honesty, the nurses are there, but they're not going to stand over your bed, so you would feel alone. And I had strings, tubes running everywhere. I had tubes in my arm, in my mouth, in my nose. I had to be on a lot of drip, so I had to have a lot of tubes. And from there I had to do chemotherapy. right? I totally forget that I'm doing this. So this is the earphone, and it is pink. Pink cheers me up. Alright, so yes, chemotherapy. So I did chemo. To be honest, I did chemo. I don't know how long. That's strange. I don't know how long I was in chemo. But I was in remission for the longest time ever. It seemed like forever. I came out of remission last year. That's right, babe, right? Last year. So from 3 to 2024, I was in remission. So I was in remission for, that's what, 21 years? If I'm doing the math right? 21. Yeah. 21, 21 years. So I was in remission for 21 years. But before we jump to remission, so the November before I got married, right? The weirdest thing happened, or the scariest thing happened, rather. The November before I got married. So I got married in January. The November, my bladder, whatever the word is called right now, got infected. And it was infected so bad that it infected my only kidney. So I have been living, so I probably should have told you this. I've been living with one kidney for 22 years. It's possible. You are able to do basically anything with one kidney. You are able to live a normal life with one kidney. So I'm very thankful for that. The scary part is if your one kidney gets infected, or if your one kidney stop working or shut, and I would have to do a kidney transplant. But thanks be to God, I'm claiming that this kidney will carry me until I'm old, like 100 and something years old. Yes, so I'll live a very long life with one kidney, right? Back to the story. November before I got married, my bladder got infected, and it was so bad that it infected my only kidney, right? It was like the scariest time of my life, because I was old enough to understand everything. I had the chills. I would just start shivering out of nowhere. I'd just get cold like immediately, and then after a minute or two, I'd go back to normal temperature, and then 5 minutes after again, I would be shivering. Like, that's not normal. And I had this very, very awful pain on this side. This is where the other kidney is at. So maybe I should show you guys my scar. I've never done this before, but that is the reason why I wore this top, so that you guys are able to see the scar. Brace yourself, guys. And please, I know my belly big. You know what? My belly kind of big. Disclaimer, my belly big and the scar is probably not the prettiest. But this is my scar. So I will have this scar to remember the day forever. Or, yeah. Well, who can forget I have one kidney? Not this girl. So this is where the good kidney or the only kidney is at on this side. So here would hurt so bad. It was scary. And I couldn't walk. I couldn't walk upright. At least I had to slouch while walking, and it was really scary. I thought I was going to do another surgery, which is probably one of my biggest fears, to do another kidney surgery. But thank God, the doctor prescribed some very good antibiotics and some painkillers, and after 2 weeks of that and prayer and fasting, thank you so much for all those persons who prayed. If you're watching this, I was back to Chanté. Not 100% because I was still a bit scared. I was really scared, guys. It scared the hell out of me. So I would just take it easy. I wouldn't do any rigorous activities. I would just sit, ensure that I drink a lot of water, which my favorite drink is water. I don't know if that's a drink, but I drink a lot of water from I was small till now. I would drink a lot of water. Ensure that I try to use the bathroom as often as possible. No holding my pee or anything like that. So on to the next package. This was actually a gift from Garvin. So it's one of my anniversary gift. It came a bit late. Well, it came. It was late because it didn't come on my anniversary. So I'm a bit excited to see exactly what it is. Right? So so the antibiotics. Back to the story. The antibiotic worked, and I was told that I should come back or visit the doctor again in like 6 months. Now, bear in mind, from the age of 3 to 24, I have been visiting the doctor annually. Like I had to go to the doctor every year. Sometimes this is when I'm older, I had to go every year. But before, it was like probably like every 3 months, then it turned to every 6 months, and then it turned to every year. So I had a ton load of visits to the doctor. We call it docket. And that's how we call it, right? Docket here in Jamaica. It was so thick. Like a lot of notes for the doctors. Anyways, so after I got married to Garvin, well, he's one of the reasons why I am so comfortable speaking about it. He likes my scar, and one of his favorite features on my body, standard English, is my tummy, which is weird because I don't like my tummy all that, right? But he seems to like it. So he's one of the reasons why I'm so comfortable speaking about it. Comfortable speaking about my scar or my situation. So thank you, babe. What is inside? What is inside? What is inside? The anticipation. Pandora box. Oh yeah, where was I? So we got married. Long story short, Gavin followed me to the doctor when I was around 24. Still afraid to go to the doctor by myself. Up to this day, I don't like it. So he came with me to the doctor's office. This is when my documents and everything was transferred to the Kingston Public Hospital, right? So I went there, still in remission, and the doctor said to me, "How long ago is it that? When was my last visit?" So we explained that my last visit was like 2 years ago, and they're like, "Really interesting." So that doctor told me, it was a female. I don't remember her name, but she was a female. She told me that if I could miss so many visits, because it was 2 years, I was like, something always comes up when I was supposed to go to the doctor, like that major doctor visit, and I had to keep pushing the dates back, because there's a special doctor that sees me, right? So I have to keep pushing the date back.
Called an oncologist.
Huh?
Oncologist.
Oncologist. The doctor is an oncologist. Thank you, Gavin. So the day that I finally went, she was like, "Really, you missed 2 years of visits? If you missed 2 years of visits, then you don't really need to be here." Like, it's like that was like the best news she could have given to me. But then my bubble was quickly popped when she told me that I had to do a CT scan and a blood test, a blood work, to see exactly if there is anything wrong with my other kidney. No, that took me back. So scared. Because I was like, I don't want anything to happen to the next kidney. I don't want to have to do this. Can't you just look at me and tell me that I'm okay? Can't you just do this? Because they usually just feel my tummy to just feel if there is any lump or anything. I was like, can't you just do that and tell me that I'm safe and I'm good to go? No, I had to do the CT scan. So the day came for me to do the blood work and the CT scan. The blood work came back good, positive. There was nothing wrong. Everything was okay with the blood. But I still had to do the CT scan. And that was scary. Because on the day that I was supposed to do the CT scan, the children, some babies, were there to do their CT scan because they had cancer as well. I'm just looking back, and I was like, this is scary, and I cried because this is scary. I can remember me being that age, doing all these tests, and these babies are here coincidentally on the same day that I am doing my CT scan. And I was like, oh my god, like, why is this happening? Why is this happening? I did the CT scan. It wasn't a pleasant test, but it was a test, right? And I did it, and I had to wait on the result for a while. So the test result came out, and I was really nervous. I was like really nervous, because I never wanted it to be a bad news. I never wanted to be that something was wrong with my other kidney and I had to go through all this again, and it was just a lot. But in the end, I came out smiling because the doctor then relieved me of all my visits, my annual visits. She took me out of remission. Finally, finally at age 24, from 3, I was relieved. And I was told that I don't have to come back unless I have to, which was a very good thing to hear. It was just a rainbow, my rainbow, at the end of my stormy, like an ongoing storm, like a forever storm. That was my rainbow, right? Keep forgetting I'm doing this. Oh, so cute. This is so cute.
What is it?
Why are you talking about me there? You know what it is already, you bought it. I got 3, what is this? Pandora box bracelet. Not 1, not 2, but 3. And I got them in silver, gold, and rose gold, which makes it that much more special because I love pink. And it matches my headphone. So silver, gold, and rose gold. Zoom in, madam. Let me see the nice gifts. I even got my personal bag. I can store them in it. Thank you, babe. I love it. There we go. Can't catch me again. And of course, Pandora box sent me how to clean this thing, and they gave me a coupon, so I keep shopping with them. All right, thank you again, babe. I love it. Now to wrap up the story. So that's it. That is my story. That's a little part of my life that I want to share with you guys. Wasn't so comfortable sharing, but I am now sharing it with you because you are now a part of my family, right? So that's my story on me surviving cancer, me surviving the nephroblastoma, and still surviving. And to all of my cancer survivors out there, just know that you're not alone. It's like, just know that you're not alone. Anybody that's dealing with the cancer, we all know that cancer sucks. It sucks, and it sucks hard. Like, I get so emotional about cancer. It doesn't even matter what cancer it is. As long as it's cancer, it gets me so emotional. So just know that you're not alone. If you're having a hard time facing the truth or anything, just speak with your therapist or anyone that you trust, or your doctor. Because even I was worried that I would not be able to live a normal life as a woman, if I should add. I wasn't sure if I would be able to have a baby. I was told that it's completely normal, and it's not normal, but it's completely okay, and I can have babies, right? Even though I was told otherwise by other persons, but it is possible. And again, just know that you're not alone, and there's definitely persons that you can talk to, you can reach out to. You can talk to me. You can talk to, if it is that you don't feel comfortable talking to anybody. My email address will be in the description. My Instagram, you're able to shoot me a message. I'll definitely reply. You can leave your comments if you know, just feel free. You can feel free to speak to me. But thank you so much, guys, for staying and listening to my story. Listen to me babbling away about my illness. And watching me unbox these lovely presents again. Thank you, Gary. I really love it. and I will definitely be listening to music on the maximum level with this. Bye guys.